I know you want to speak English fluently and confidently, and you want to do it within a short period of time and in a very straight way. And for that thing, my friend, you have to know sort of thing, and at the same time, you have to avoid sort of thing. But what you are doing is that you are just focusing on some sort of thing, and you are committing mistake because you don't know about them. So that's why I'm here in front of you, and I'm gonna tell you the four thing that thing you have to avoid from now, then you will be able to speak English fluently. And you are putting a lot of effort in order to speak English within a very short period of time, but until or unless you will remove this sort of mistake that you are committing on each and every single day, you will not be able to speak English. So you have to avoid this mistake from now if you want to speak English fluently and confidently. So hello my friend, this is your friend Himanshu, and let's start the video. And the first point, and the first one of the biggest mistake that we have to avoid from now, is that we don't have to translate our own native language into English. You know my friend, it's not the right way to learn any language. We don't have to translate, if we have to talk about something, so it is not the right way that we have to just think in our own native language first, then we'll try to translate that into English. It's not the right way. You have to just talk about that particular thing directly, and this is the right way, and this is what native speakers do. And now you're gonna ask the question that they are born in a country where English is spoken, that's why they are just talking directly about that thing. And we are not born in a country, then how will I be able to, or how will we be able to speak English like them? So of course, so it doesn't matter whether we are born in a country or not. The same thing that they are applying, we can also apply in this era of technology. You don't have to make excuses like we don't have that environment. In this era of technology, if you want to make that environment, you can easily do that. So it's a very easy thing if you are really passionate, or if you really wanna speak English. So it's a very kind of easy thing. So you don't have to just try to think, or you don't have to say that it's kind of very hard language and how will I be able to speak. It's a totally wrong thing to say. You don't have to talk anything negatively about this particular language. And if you follow some sort of thing for some period of time, then of course it is gonna be easy. The more effort you're gonna put, the easier it is gonna be. So that's what you have to understand. And yeah, it's a very easy thing. And the second thing that most of the people are making, the second mistake that most of the people are making, is that they're just going after a lot of grammar, and they are thinking that when I'll be able to know a lot of grammar, then I'll be able to speak English fluently. But it's not the right thing. With a basic grammar, or with a basic grammar knowledge, you can speak English fluently. You don't have to go after a lot of those things. Even a basic grammar is enough to make you fluent, and that's what you need to understand. And most of the people, while they are starting their journey of speaking English, so they are thinking that if I don't know grammar, I'll not be able to speak English. But that's not the right thing, and that's where most of the people are committing mistake. But you are not supposed to do that. You are just now you know that what are those mistakes that I have to avoid from now, then I'll be able to speak English fluently and confidently. And so you have to just don't have to run after a lot of grammar. Basic grammar is also going to be sufficient to make you fluent. And the third mistake that most of the people are committing is that they are trying to learn any accent. So they are trying to learn accent like American or British accent. So it's not the right thing. And if you are a fluent, and if you think I need to accent to sound like American or British, so you can do that. But the person who is starting his or her journey of speaking English is not supposed to talk in a fluent way with the right accent. So of course, and it is enough to talk if the person in front of whom we are talking to is able to understand what we are talking and about what we are talking. So we don't need to run after any particular accent. But if you think, my friend, that I'm fluent now and I'd love to have an American accent or British accent, so of course if you want, you can do that. But the first priority that we must have is that we have to be fluent in speaking English first, then we can go after accent. So, and if we're not going after accent, that is also gonna be all right, because if you are able to communicate in front of whom you are talking to, that's also gonna be sufficient. But if you think if you sounds like American or British, you can go after accent. It's totally up to you. If you wanna do that, you can. And the fourth mistake that most of the English learner are making is that they are just comparing themselves with the other person. My friend, everybody has a strong point and weak point. So if you are just going after somebody who has a strong point of something, and if you are just following that person, so that's not the right thing to do. That person can find anything hard, and at the same time you can find that easy.